This is mine 180 hours TEFL examination at LRO European Center for Education with my teacher Ivana Obradovic. Hello everyone, my name is Ajsa Omerbegovic and I'm going to be your teacher for today's lesson. Our today's lesson is present perfect continuous tense. We were going to learn how do we form it and where do we use it. Enjoy it! So this is form for the present perfect continuous tense. Is made up of the element subject plus the present perfect of the main verb to be, have, has been, plus present participle of the main verb base plus ing. This is affirmative of the present perfect continuous tense. We have subject plus the present perfect of the main verb to be, have been, and base plus ing form living. I have been living, you have been living, and he, she, it has been living for the third person in singular. And for the plural, we have been living, you have been living, and they have been living for the third person in plural. What we have here is negative of the present perfect continuous tense. I have not or haven't been living. What this means here, we have conjunctions. Conjunctions is combining two words. In English language, when people are speaking, they will shorten their speaking by joining words together. But actually, we cannot combine everything. It's not relevant to do conjunctions with every word, and because of that we must be careful. So I have not, when we combine two words in one, we have haven't. So I haven't been living, you have not or haven't been living, he, she, it has not or hasn't been living. And for the first person in plural, we have not or haven't been living, you have not or haven't been living. And for the third person in plural, they have not or haven't been living. Question form in present perfect continuous tense. So what we have here is structure that has been changed. How? We have subject plus been plus base plus form ing. So, have I been living and question mark. Have you been living? Has he, she, it been living for the third person in singular? And have we been living? Have you been living? And have they been living for the third person in plural? And now we are going to speak about use of the present perfect continuous tense. The present perfect continuous tense is used to refer to unspecific time between before now and now. The speaker is thinking about something that started but perhaps did not finish at that period of time. So he or she is interested in the process as well as the results. So this process may still be going on or may have just finished. In according to that, we have an action that started in the past and continue into the present. So we have an example for that. She has been waiting for you all day. This is an action that started in the past and continue into the present. How? Well, she started waiting in the past, but she's still doing that. She didn't leave, she's still there, she's waiting. That means an action which started in the past and continue into the present. The second example is I've been working on this report since last night. This is also action which started in the past. That means last night. I started to write a report last night. That means in the past. So I continue to do that in the present. That means I haven't finished it. I'm still working on it. So this is an action that started in the past and continue into the present. That means now. The second use of the present perfect continuous tense is action that have just finished, but we are interested in the results. So we have an example for that. It's been raining and the streets are still wet. That means action that have just finished, but we are interested in the results of this action, and the results are streets which are still wet. Also, we have the second example. She has been cooking since last night. That means we also have a preposition since, which we used in the present perfect continuous tense. So, the results are that delicious food on the table. So this is the action that have just finished, and the results are that delicious food. We have here timeline for the present perfect continuous tense. And we have example. I've been waiting for Danielle for 20 minutes. What this means? That means, did waiting started now? No. The waiting started in the past and actually continued into the present. That means now. I've been waiting for Danielle for 20 minutes. Past time waiting. I started to wait for Danielle in the past, but I'm waiting for 20 minutes now. That means present. But will be continued to the future? Well, yes. Why? Because I've been waiting in the past for 20 minutes now, and I'm still going to wait for Danielle. That means action which continues in the future as well. We also use the present perfect continuous tense to emphasize how long something has been going on. So we have question. How long have you been learning English? Answer is, we've been learning English for ages. That means we have question how long something has been going on, and the answer for that is for ages. And we also use the present perfect continuous tense to talk about action that started in the past and are still continuing. So, I've been living in Paris since I was born. That means I'm still living in Paris. The second example is Julie has been playing the piano since she was 4. That means she's still playing the piano. She didn't stop. She's still playing it. We have also use of the present perfect continuous tense with adverbs lately or recently. So we use the present perfect continuous tense to talk about new developments which may be temporary. Helen has been spending much money in clothes lately. This means she didn't used to spend much money in clothes, but she's doing it lately. So this is a temporary. The second example is they have been doing exercise recently. They didn't used to do exercise, but they doing it recently. That also means temporary. This is also one of the uses of the present perfect continuous tense when we use it to talk about a recent continuous activity when we can see the results. For example, she's thirsty and she has been running. This is the action and the result is she's thirsty because she has been running. Or it's been raining so the pavement is wet. It's been raining and the result of raining is the pavement is wet. The focus is on the activity rather than the result. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you for joining me on this brief tutorial. Again, I'm your teacher, and in today's lesson, you learned how to properly use and form the present perfect continuous tense. And congratulations on your first to learn English. See you on next lesson.